So, I didn't expect to be streaming today. I just didn't. I thought that we would not be streaming again until tomorrow. Because of that, I've done some stuff. Let me just drop that down to make it less fucking horrific, shall we? Because of that, I've done some stuff that I didn't plan to go on stream. Simply. Or rather that I didn't mind doing not on stream. So one of those is I sent my retainers off again. They're off doing some shit. It's fine. We don't care about that. I've got quite a few company seals now, so we're not doing too badly there. So we should be able to go and rank up with them. Or at the very least, rank up with them once. I forget, did they need 3,000 or did they need 5,000? But that's mostly just from doing the leveling roulette and getting the adventure in need bonus, because you get a decent chunk of seals that way. Because I was doing that, and even when the adventure in need was tanks, fastest queue time was healers. So I just waited until it would show healer and went in as a conjurer. So we're now level... Oh, pardon me. We're now level 42 as a conjurer. Okay, this one only needs 3,000. So what's the next? Is the next one 5,000? 4,000. What's the next one? Oh, I have to complete rank 1 of the Grand Company hunting log. Okay. That's not too bad. I mean, I'm a decent chunk of the way there. The only thing is that, like, the fact that it needs us to go into Kurthus kind of sucks a little bit. And the Sylvans, those might be like level 40-ish. So I can do that as my conjurer. I just need to get better gear. But worst case scenario, I can just buy that from vendors whilst we're in A Realm Reborn. That's easily done. Oh yeah, I've leveled up some other stuff. I was in the process of leveling up Lancer just before I started stream. So we are just shy of 30 on Lancer. The issue is I've used all of the hunting log that I have access to so far for the Lancer. You can't get rank 4 until you're level 30. And it was just not enough to get me up there. But I can either use Fates to get that, or I can do some duty support dungeon runs, which will probably still be quicker than actually just trying to use duty finder as a DPS. It will probably be quicker to just use duty support. Okay. Also, actually, we should get enough experience from doing the Lancer quests that it would probably get us to 30. or very close. But last stream we did all of the Marauder class quests and most of the Conjurer quests. We'd already done a couple. Let's go and do all of the Pugilist ones. Oh, I had also just started leveling the Thaumaturge, but barely at all. But yeah, let's go and do the Pugilist, and then I guess we could do the Archer as well. That is basically all that I have planned. I was planning on doing more when the stream was supposed to be tomorrow. It be what it be. Oh, another thing that I did. Chimkin Tendies is rank 6. So Chimkin Tendies is getting pretty decently leveled, especially bearing in mind that I am doing fuck all. I'm just making sure that Chimkin Tendies is out, is summoned whilst I'm farming these classes, so that's really not hard to do. Let's glam. We may as well look good. Or as good as we can whilst we're doing this. You've been training hard after. Aye, I can tell by the lightness of your steps and the strength in your fists. I reckon you're ready for your next lesson. But before we begin, some warming up's in order. For this, I've scattered some gil across Uldar. I want you to run around the city and pick it all up. Now, that's my money lying out there, so I want you to go about it like there's an Amalja warband on your heels. In other words, I want you to sprint. Of course, you can't go on sprinting indefinitely. Your body needs to rest after a while after each burst of speed. This may sound elementary, but I'm telling you this to demonstrate a point. As a pugilist, it's essential that you learn to pace yourself in a fight, else you're liable to get worn out. And when that happens, the fight's as good as over. And you'd be sorry if you bet on yourself. Wait, I just realized. It didn't apply. Oh, because that's only for level 28 gear. That's why it's not applied. Joke's on you, though, because this skirt also kind of works. Where the fuck is the guild, though? Am I just being blind? Was it in the guild? It was in the guild. Okay. Didn't get very far, did it? Don't mind me, girls. Is ninja the only class that gets a unique jump? To be fair, does it do it when I'm a rogue? Nope. Because as a ninja, if you jump whilst your weapons are drawn, you do a flip. Okay, so we've picked up the Guildmaster's money. What the fuck is he going to have us do next? That's my money lying out there, lass. Thank you. Hurry and pick it all up before any vultures sweep in. 500 gil? Crikey, this is good for a week worth of... well done. Now that you're all warmed up, we can see to your lesson. A trial, to be precise. Take yourself to Scorpion Crossing in Western Thanalan. There you'll find 4 large stones. The Trial Stones, they're called. I want you to deal each of those stones a solid boot-shine combo. The impact will arouse the earth spirits that sleep within, which you must then defeat. If you find yourself hard-pressed, there's no shame in running away. You're still learning the ropes, after all. Once you've gotten your wind back, you can hurl yourself into the fray again. And remember this, strikes bring down opponents, but it's your footwork that keeps you standing. Now off you go. So what was the basic boot shine combo? Was that just my 1 and 2, or is it my 1, 2, 3? Oh, it'll be my 1, 2, 3 because my 3 is my 3 is a level 6 ability, so it must only be my 1, 2. Okay. Oh no, I literally just used my 1 on it. When it said boot shine combo, or boot shine, whatever the fuck it said, I expected it to have to be used multiple abilities, but nope. So far this is reminiscent of the Marauder. Where's the last one? Oh. Alright. We did your little trial. What's next, old man? That's not how I would have imagined that laugh, but okay. So, you've given the earth sprites what for? Well done, After. By smiting stone and earth, you've forged unyielding weapons of your fists. You're a nigh endless fount of vigor. Aye, just like myself in my younger days. This must be the promising recruit you've been telling me about. Well, of course she's promising. She's training under Hamoon, Holy Fist! That's our Master Hamoon. After, I don't believe I've introduced my assistant yet. This is Chuchito. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. As introduced, I serve as Master Hamon's right hand, though there's still much and more I have yet to learn. Together, let us strive for mastery of our art. Chuchuto joined the guild soon after I was made its master. She's my very first student, as a matter of fact. Well, there was one other, to be sure, but let's not dwell on the past, Master. It was After's bright future we were discussing. Which reminds me, did you collect my gil from her? My gear is rather worn down, and I do need the money for repairs. Yes, After's future with us is bright indeed. If she keeps up her efforts, she may well become the next Holy Fist. Train hard, young one, and grow strong. When the time's ripe, I'll have another little lesson for you. I only have Gladiator and Thaumaturge left to level, so no, I don't need that low level gear. Ah, there you are, After. I see you've been training hard as ever. Ah, your eyes are starting to have the sharpness of a predator about them. Last time, you learned the basics of combinations. Today, I would have you build on that knowledge. I've set up 5 wooden dummies outside the guild along the merchant strip. By way of a warm-up, I want you to deal each a solid bootshine combo. Oh, and don't mind the townsfolk who've gathered to watch. Just wants to make a spectacle of me. I mean, at least I didn't have to run around 3 maps. So I'll take it. So the wooden dummies have felt your wrath. Good, now we can move on to your lesson. When you first came to us, I taught you that combinations make a pugilist. What you need to know next is that not any hodgepodge of strikes makes a combination. There's an order to things, a natural flow from one technique to another. Today, I would have you practice one of the most elementary combinations in a pugilist arsenal. It goes like this. Lead in with a swift bootshine combo. Keep your foe off balance with a true strike, then bring it home with a blistering snap punch. With practice, combinations such as this will become second nature. They must if you expect to become an accomplished pugilist. Now, you'll need some opponents to face. The Queequern that infest the rat's nest in central Thanlan ought to serve. Hit them with Snap Punch 3 times and we'll call it a lesson well learned. Oh, so I actually need to use it 3 times and not just kill 3. It's interesting how differently they handled each class. Now you see, there's the rub. Unless I do this, I'm too powerful. That'll probably tell you how much I've done today. Today was the reset. The weekly reset was this morning. Yeah. Whoopsie. Eh? You've already mastered the snap punch combination? Crikey, you're a natural at it, just like I was. Not to brag, but I happen to be a veritable storm of flying fists when the mood strikes me. I treat you to a demonstration here and now, except I'm liable to tear down the entire guild in the process. Master Hammond has a penchant for regaling us with tales of his exploit, but these never amount to a demonstration. His favourite is his victory over the fearsome marauder Wide Axe, whom he felled with a combination so swift and seamless, they say you couldn't see his hands. Or, so the legend goes. That one never gets old. Our dearest master's humility aside, your progress is truly outstanding. If I don't keep on my toes, you're like to surpass me in a matter of moons. Just between you and me, Chuchuto's been in a slump of late. It all began when her closest friend and guildmate suddenly up and disappeared. Rurukuta, the lad's name, and he and Chuchuto joined the guild together. The two of them was born to refugees and were orphaned in the Calamity. Not long after I was made guildmaster, I found them on the streets, starved near to death. Did what any decent man would. I took them in and clothed them and fed them. When they were strong again, they said they wanted to become pugilists like me, so I trained them as well. Since then, they've been best friends and rivals both, one helping to raise the other one up. Would that we knew what's become of Rurukuta. But we were talking about you after. You've impressed me yet again, and I hope you continue to do so, so keep up the good work, yeah? Okay. Yeah, meditation. Ah, there you are after. I hope you've come prepared for a lesson. Today, I want you to go and fight the toxic toads that nest at the unholy air. Make no mistake, lass. These toads are huge, which means they have huge guts. But that's beside the point. The point is you need to use your head to overcome them. Thanks to their immense girth, these toads hit hard. Fortunately, they tend to hit wild as well, so bide your time wait for an opening, and when that opening shows, thwack! Rip and tear through your foe with your fists. As proof that you've defeated the toads, I want you to bring me 5 of their legs. Chuchuto and I will be waiting for you at Blackbrush Station. Your lesson continues there. Okay. It's easy enough done. These are relatively nice. I feel like we're gonna get through these quite quickly if they continue like this. I suppose it also helps that I now have more teleport locations. I've not done any more gathering. I was just focusing on leveling up the combat classes today. But when it does come to gathering again, I'm not going to struggle, I don't think. Okay, I need to kill a couple more. You know what? Bonk! Okay, so it's only a 10% increase if I use the combo action. So yeah, I don't need to worry about comboing that too much. Oh, I've already killed them all. Okay. So, did you bring me the toad legs? Aye, this is the stuff, alright. Now I just need some butter, a slice of sun lemon, and a pinch of... master. But what I meant to say was, you done well to defeat the toxic toads after. For the next party lesson, you'll be putting your endurance to the test against... The talk was true! Hamon Holyfist is really here? I can take nary a step outside the guild without being flocked by fans. Such is the price of fame. Please, sir, I have grave need of your legendary skills. Somnus is being smuggled through Blackbrush Station. I reported this to the brass blades and the stone torches, asked them to put an end to it, but they both turn a blind eye. Somnus? That's the mind-warping substance made from dream flowers. Those who overindulge are said to fall into an eternal slumber. Dear friends suffered that very fate. That's why I want to put an end to the smuggling. But I'm just an ordinary person. There's precious little I can do. You've done enough to bring word to me, friend. For as surely as Hamon Holyfist is my name, I'll see the smuggler scum thrown in the dungeon before the bell is through. 12 bless you, sir. You truly are a hero to us all. Slight change of plans. In place of the endurance test, we're going to find and apprehend the smugglers. But first, we must gather information. You two, find out what you can from the people of Blackbrush Station. Report back once you've learned something. Searching for Somnus smugglers, you say? Word is they're associated with the Alcran, a coalition of cold-blooded criminals. But beware, they always act in alliance. There's an abandoned Queequern lair a short distance west of the Coffin Coffin. Decent folk tend to give that place a wide berth. Ideal for a smuggling operation, wouldn't you say? It appears a silver-haired Lalafell was seen skulking about the station recently. He was headed west, bearing a suspicious burden. The Alacran, a likely hideout, and a silver-haired Lalafell. I don't like the sound of this. Not one bit. Like as not, the smugglers operate out of the abandoned Queequern lair west of the Coffer and Coffin. We'll lie in wait for them there. Okay, I'm actually going to be quite significantly eye level synced. Not even eye level, just level synced. Val's balls, that's... We've really outdone ourselves this time. Master Wegfar's bound to be pleased. Save the talk. We have crates to move. Rurukuta! It is you, isn't it? Chichuto and Master. It's been a while. You vanished from the guild with nary a word, and we find you out here smuggling Somnus with those villains. What is the meaning of this? Rurukuta, my boy, didn't teach you how to fight so that you could become a pox on society. My student or no, you must be held accountable. Chichuto, after. Your lesson begins. Apprehend the smugglers. You lot, take care of these meddlers. Interesting how they're all the same naked man. Why did the marmots get aggro? Oh, okay. I have to kill the animals. Alright. Come on, Holy Fist. Just our luck. If you know who I am, then you'll know what's good for you. Come quietly, or there'll be trouble. Holy Fist, don't make me laugh. You're being fooled, all of you. Who's fooling who? What in the world are you talking about? It was a dark night several moons ago. I was out in the wilds, training alone. From a distance, I caught sight of Master leaving the tavern and turning for the city. Thinking to accompany him back, I followed on his heels and was about to call out when I saw this! Huh? You would challenge the Holy Fist? You have fighting spirit, I'll grant you that. But you do well to know your limits. So be it. Yeah! Master? You read my every move. You're no ordinary marmot. Master! All I wanted was to be surrounded by scantily clad maidens. When my time came, the gods are cruel. Master, what is the meaning of this? Explain yourself! Now you've seen it with your own eyes. Master was beaten by a marmot. A common bleeding marmot. He would remind us how strong he was at every turn, but he was lying through his teeth. I can scarce believe my eyes. Wait till Master Wegfar learns of this. How did he get to be the guildmaster then? Forgive me, Chichuto. After. I didn't mean to deceive anyone, least of all my students. Hamon Holy Fist conquered every foe that stood before him, but he couldn't conquer old age. My strength, my reflexes, my endurance, they've all left me. There's nothing here but a decrepit old man. I'd be alone for a while. I'll make my own way back to the guild. From now on, you just do as Chichuto bids after. Okay. They seem much more qualified, to be honest. Hey. I've been doing some thinking after. While 'tis true that Master had been deceiving us, he meant us no harm. Besides, I owe him my life. Had he not taken me in all those years ago, I would have died in some ditch. I could never bring myself to hate him. Even if he were an ordinary old man, I would still respect him. Alas, with the truth of his condition revealed, Master Hamon has lost his sense of purpose. His will to teach. I cannot bear to see him like this. I want him to regain his confidence, but for this he needs to regain his former strength. Listen, Master ever said that you remind him of his younger self. Were you to continue showing rapid improvement, I dare to hope that it would rekindle his fighting spirit. To this end, I will teach you a new technique, one which Master Hamon used to great effect during his prize fighting days. Steel Peak it's called, and it sees you channel your gathered chakra into a powerful attack performed with your entire body. Make this technique your own after, and strive to grow stronger still. When next Master Hamon beholds you, he'll surely be moved to action. Okay. So where does that sit in the combo? It doesn't. Okay. Okay. I need to move that. There we go. That's where I like to have my stuff so that it's out of the way. Oh yeah, and then there's a guide on what the fuck it means. Oh, it's you after. I'm sorry, but I don't have anything to teach you, if I ever did at all. You're far better off training under Chichuto. You'll find her over yonder, just leave me be. I was so hopeful that seeing you improve in leaps and bounds would spur Master Hammond out of his doldrums. Seems more must be done. Perhaps the end result is not so important as the manner in which you get there. In other words, if you were to train precisely as Master Hammond once did, overcome the selfsame challenges that he did in his youth, I dare say it would stoke the fires in his fighting spirit. Listen well. Master once told me that he used to redefine his combinations by provoking deadly creatures into unleashing their fury upon him. For this purpose, he often went to the southern part of Drybone to fight the hornet clouds there. To this day, the tree trunks that he struck to stir the vilekin from their hives bear the mark of his fists. I want you to seek out these trees and do as Master Hammond once did. Strike them with a bootshine combo, and fight the hornet clouds that emerge. Once you've felled enough of the creatures to collect 3 of their stingers, return here and present them to Master Hammond. They will remind him of better days. I'm sure of it. Okay. Drybone. I didn't need to use the wait, hold. Teleport to the correct fucking place. There we go. Alrighty. Bootcamp. Oh, there's 2 of them. Okay, so if I use it in combat, I only get 1. Each time, but I can enter the fight. With it already built up, which is nice, I guess. Where the fuck did the Gilia monster come from? Oh, is it also an off? Yeah, it's an off GCD. Okay. It's kind of nice. Okay, so with it being an off... No, it's not an off GCD. It is a GCD. It's just a quick one. But it only does 180. But boot shine is 180. What is it now? Can't you leave a feeble old man in peace? Val's balls, these are hornet stingers. You trained as I once did out in Drybone? Those hornet clouds were right pesky buggers. I fair lost count of the times they stung me, though I remember the, places well enough. The pain was nigh unbearable, but I always stood my ground. Ah, the memories of my younger days come flooding back. What I wouldn't give to relive them. After, I want you to fight me, right here, right now. Make me remember what it's like to be young again, to have nothing to lose, and everything to gain. Bring it, old man. I didn't even get a full combo off. Yes, it's starting to come back to me. You won't have it so easy this round. Okay, to be fair, he's leveling up. So I'm beating the shit out of him, and that's making him stronger. I feel so alive, he says as dying. Sure. Interesting seeing an NPC level up. Gods, I haven't felt this invigorated since forever. When I'm fighting you, it's as though I'm fighting my younger self. Mayhap there's still hope for these old bones. I'll make my comeback yet. See if I don't. What are you doing, old man? Learning how to walk. You're Wegfar Wideaxe? Ain't none called me that in ages. Nay, not since the day you defeated me on the Blood Sands. I gave up prize fighting after that for the humiliation, but it weren't long till I found a place in the Alakran. Your boy Rurukuta works for me now. Imagine me surprised when I learned he used to train under the mighty Holy Fist. But Holy Fist ain't nothing but a name these days, so I'm told. How do you sleep at night, knowing how flaccid you've become? Course, if you're having trouble nodding off, you could always try a whiff of somnus. I'll even give you a complimentary sample. But like as not, a doddering old sort like you won't ever wake up again. Shut your mouth, Wegfar, or I'll shut it for you. Now, let's be civilized for a moment, eh? We're old friends, after all. And friends help each other out. You mentioned making a comeback just now. If you're serious about it, I'd be glad to lend a helping hand. By way of motivating you, how about we have us a rematch? Of course, it'd take place in public, just like old times. Oh, and should be a fitting purse as well. Let's say the winner gets the Pugilist Guild. What? That's ridiculous! Master, you're not obligated to take him up on this. Ah, this must be your little nursemaid. Rest assured, after I've taken over the guild, I'll keep her on me as my personal assistant. Do you really mean to fight him? Have no fear, Chichuta. Master. After, I don't mean to put undue pressure on you, but the fate of the guild rests upon your shoulders. I don't believe this. Listen to me, Chichuto. I know I can do this. I just need After to keep getting stronger, as she's been doing so far. Fighting her reminds me of who I used to be. I'm confident I can be that man again. I accidentally skipped it all. But anyway, so keep on training. I promise to do the same. When you've grown stronger, return here and we'll both continue our lesson. I swear, each time I see you, you remind me more and more of my younger self. At this rate, you'll like to transform into a handsome devil before the moon's over. Now then, I believe you're here to learn. Unfortunately, I'm in no condition to teach. This is rather embarrassing to admit, but in my eagerness to prepare for the big rematch, I've overtrained and thrown my back out. I tell you, old age is hell's. I fear Chichuto will have to tend to you in my stead. It seems the prospect of facing his old rival has lit a veritable fire under Master Hammond's backside. I'm so relieved to see that he has a purpose again. The trick now is to keep a lid on his zeal, lest he injure himself. But let us speak of your lesson. When you're ready, come and meet me at Little Alamigo. I have a challenge in mind that you are certain to find stimulating. I've been waiting for you, After. Today, your training will be to prepare for Master Hammond's training. I brought with me a set of striking dummies, and I want you to deploy them at certain locations. Lest you think this task to be drudgery, the locations are rife with peril. Your skills will most certainly be put to the test. By way of advice, if you must approach dangerous fiends, lightness of foot is your greatest ally. Off with you now. Go set up those striking dummies. I shall await your return. Okay. Oh, hey. I have a need to murder this man. Although I think these are Are the fallen already undead, or are they just tempered? I think they're just tempered. I'm gonna die. I don't want to die. I fucked up. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. Run away! Run away! I don't want my first death to be from that. Was I blind and there was one over here? Oh no, it's inside? It's inside. Actually, never mind. That's where I needed to go. It was all planned! Wait, this one... There's a bunch of enemies around that one. If I'm thinking about the right one. But hey, I need to kill these things, so... Oh, Chimkin Tendies died. At some point. What a shame. We can bring him back just by feeding him some lettuce. kinda have to be careful now. Okay, so I've still got one more dummy. Oh, I got paralyzed, procced, just as I was summoning. Fuck you. And then it's just in front of... Is this the Sunken Temple? Yeah. Which, if I grab the quest for, I do believe I'm high enough level to do it. On several classes. Which might be a good idea, because then I can farm that to get me more free gear. Because other than weapons, I've been able to avoid buying quite a lot of stuff so far. Even though I've leveled so many classes. Albeit, none of my gear is necessarily very good. Excellent work, After. All that's left is to have Master Hammond come and train. What are you doing here? That adventure is a negative influence on Master Hammond. I'm gonna see to it that she never bothers him again. What are you talking about? After's the best thing that's happened to Master in years. If you want a piece of her, you'll need to deal with me, too. Your hounds are all gone, mate. Never mind. You've got some more. Oh! Easy. Why, Rurukuta? Why are you so bent on bringing down Master Hammond and seeing the guild in ruins? You have it all wrong. I'm doing this for Master's own sake. It's true I left the guild for the shock of seeing Master in that pathetic state. And it's true I got involved with some unsavory types. But where else was I supposed to go? Me! A refugee without a guild to his name. But for all the ungrateful things I've done, I've never forgotten how Master Hammond took me in and instructed me in the ways of the fist. This is why I want him to give up his foolish notion of facing Wegfar. You don't know the man like I do, Chichuto. Should this fight come to pass, I fear Master won't walk away with his life. It doesn't matter what Master is. It doesn't matter that Master has grown weak and feeble. I just want him to live, even if it means having him swallow his pride. Why, Rurukuta? Why didn't you just say so? But now that I know your mind, I can say with confidence that you have no cause to fear. After is not the plague that you think she is. It's her will to succeed that's inspiring Master to regain his former strength. And when the day of the rematch finally comes, I have no doubt he will wallop that odious Wegfar to the 7th hell and back. I pray you're right, but whatever happens, know that I cannot help you. Not where I am. Chichuto, after, I leave Master Hammond in your care. Gods, that felt liberating. Trading blows with Rurukuta and learning his true agenda, a great burden has been lifted off my chest. Let us return to the guild. You've had your training. Now it's time for Master Hammond's. So, are we legitimately just going to be training Hammond, or are we going to end up having to fight Wegfar? Welcome back. I'm told you've kindly set up some dummies for me. But God's woman, did you have to put them in such dangerous places? To make matters worse, Chichuto's hidden my grog and said I won't see a drop of it till I've finished my training. How the hell am I supposed to loosen my phlegm now? That girl will make a fine guild master when the time comes. I heard about Rurukuta as well, of course. For all his shortcomings, the boy has a good heart. But while his concern is touching, I won't run from Wegfar. Not today, and not ever. On that note, I'd best get ready for my little jaunt to Alamigo. If I can't face down a few mindless beasts, I'm in no shape to challenge Wegfar. Don't slack off, or I'll leave you in my dusty wake. Ooh. Ooh, you get a damage over time. Nice, I like it. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You did well to deploy them where you did, lass. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger, and I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from regaining my former strength. One last step will get me there, and I'll take it by having another bout with you. I want you to meet me out in the Sagoli Desert, at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Makote maidens this side of Eorzea. Gods, I can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. It feels a little bit like they were trying to make him, like Master Roshi. I swear to God if he pulls out a Kamehameha. Ouch. Yeah, the stuff around here hurts just a bit. But this is where one of the beast tribes locations is. Oh, okay. I thought I could get in there from here. Oh well. Just in case anyone's forgotten, bear in mind that we're still only on level 20 MSQ. And with this quest, I will have completed all of the class quests for the Marauder, the Conjurer, and the Pugilist. We've only just barely gotten our Chocobo, and it's already rank 6. This landscape takes me back. It does. Sand as far as the eye can see, crystal clear spring waters cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combination that earned me the epithet of Holy Fist. That's where I'd have you enter. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job. But before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandworms. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need a warm-up too? Oh, don't you worry. I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. You don't want to be outdone by this old man. You'd best run along and give him more of the same. So I need to remember to use Snap Punch from the side, and once we've got it, this new ability from behind. Oh. I really should get some better accessories. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wegfar, I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitioned to the next. And you're gonna help refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me. Alright. Time to beat up a lecherous old man. Hit me after with everything you've got. Don't hold back. Okay, so he's leveled up 5 times. This is what I call growing pains. Mark me, the next round will be mine. I have it. Dementia? What have you got? I've got it. As a river flows to the sea, heedless of all that bars its path, so too must our combinations be. Ooh, that even rhymes. Thank you, After. The raging torrent of your blows has been as a strike of lightning to my brain case. I remember everything. Master, it's Wegfar! The man is back in Uldar and he's demanding that you fight him. Now! So it begins. Very well. I'll go to settle the score with Wegfar. You'll be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned. Okay, I need to speak with Wegfar. Alright. Didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. You sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason, and I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now and we can put an end to this mummer's farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. The only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. Well, I'm going to make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt. They say Hammond Holyfist is going to perform his legendary technique. Right here on the avenue? Is it safe? You see, age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying. Just like old times, eh, Wegfar? Hurrah! Did you see that? Because I sure as hell didn't. He was too fast. No, this can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your asses out of here. Out here, rather, all of you. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. Just a draft of it and your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Huh. Stubborn bugger. Rurukusa, but why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. By the time I'm finished, not even your mothers will recognize you. Oh, I think he's even hitting his teammates. He is. Mind me. I suppose that if I find myself in those situations where, yeah, I have to do this, I could build up the meditation. You did it! Master Hammond, you won! Master. No, Chichuto, we won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible! You wiped the avenue with those crooks! I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home. To the guild. Give me that sweet, sweet ability. I want to thank you again, After. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rurukuto's come to his senses, and Shichuto's back to her bubbly self. Please, forgive me, I'll have no more to do with Alakran. I'll roam the land till I find myself, and strive to become a great pugilist like you. You've only just returned and you're leaving us already? I don't suppose there's aught I can say that will change your mind. But if you ever want for company, or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here. Youthful vigor's a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's not a doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, after, your combinations were a sight to behold, and right painful to receive. In helping me with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. The time's ripe that I taught you the technique that won me countless bouts on the blood sands. I call it Demolish. Unleashed when in the curl form, it combines powerful punches and kicks that will send your opponent reeling. You've grown strong, but your journey as a pugilist is far from over. To get as far as I have, you'll have to overcome many and more trials and tribulations. But whatever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. Forge onward, young one, and create a legend for yourself never to be forgot. Actually, to be fair, for this it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, the legs are the thing that I need more. Sweet! Oh, and I also learn arm's length, which is a very handy ability that just makes it so that you can't get knocked back. You can't get moved that easily. Okay, I think that goes there because it's a branch of curl. So yeah, this is now a branching hotbar that branches there and there. Okay. Okay. Well, that's Pugilist done. I guess we could do Archer. I don't really have a reason not to do Archer, so yeah. But we do now have some gear that is better. Oh, we found something to show off the coconuts again, but they are slightly concealed now. Just slightly. Okay, I want to go to Gridania. Just ignore the dead body in the middle of the town. It's fine. Hey. Good evening to you. I felt that it was about time you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you've grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look, it is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city. I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you've completed the task, return to me, and we will continue. Okay. This is exactly what I would have expected from the archery guild. I can see it. There we go. Oop, don't mean to visit another world. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I have Peloton. Could have been using that. Because my macro, if I can't use sprint, it'll use Peloton. Ah, you've returned. I trust you've begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud and there put down 8 micro-chews and 8 opo-opos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Nor are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, micro-chews and opo-opos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that micro-chews produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while opo-opos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success. Yeah, I do have something that will take me straight to North. Awesome. I think this will be the Oppo. Yeah, Oppo. And obviously, I am massively over leveled for this. So let's just quick knock everything to death. It turns out the secret to killing things is bigger number. It really is just that simple. And I can use the hides when I need to level up my leather worker, so I don't mind having them. Sweet. Did I need to teleport? No. God, no. But I'm lazy. Do me. Welcome back, young After. Tell me, were you able to put your techniques to good use? When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be naught more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. On the assumption that this fact dawned upon you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Lee, Silver, what is your honest evaluation? Not bad, if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow, and is enthusiastic besides. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Lee Alipo, and this is my second year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with a bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence. Mind your surroundings. That is rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked, your elbows misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer. None whatsoever. I shall say it plain, Luciane. This woman is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake and hers, we should revoke her membership. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand, never mind master, our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach her like... Wow. Xenophobic cunt. Well, allow me to introduce you to Silver, our comrade at the butts. The fellow was once of the god's quivers, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Elizon like him at the best of times. With them, it's always 12 wood this, and elementals that, and... no offence intended, Lucian. None taken, Lee. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There's no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, After. Eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust to them and to what they see. Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet. Given the fact that canonically I am from an even bigger wood with even harder enemies, y'all can get fucked. It pleases me to see how you've grown as an archer. Plainly, you've taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Lee Alipo, your senior in the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. I've been expecting you. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the Bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you'll need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you've realised this by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the Twelveswood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in Central Shroud. As before, use heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well. To be fair, what level is... my bow's 28, it's fine. Yeah, I need better trousers. That's the one thing that I need. I also kind of fucked up by not just using the Aethernet. Oh well. Alright, Central. Doesn't really matter which one we go to, but let's go this one. Wait, Peloton works on Chimkin Tendies? I didn't know that. I can make my Chocobo faster? I mean, I suppose it is fast food. It would be cool if you could do this whilst you were on your mount. See where they all are. Oh, there were more targets than I needed to destroy. Okay. Oh wait, no, I needed to... Yeah. It's you that I need to speak with. Well, well, you made short work of those targets. I must say, it seems you've learned to seek your prey without being preyed upon. Let's continue then. I've a mind to give you more practical experience, and we've received a request just recently which I think will provide the perfect opportunity. It seems tree slugs and vultures have been congregating in ever-increasing numbers in the vicinity of the honey yard, causing no end of trouble for the locals. We've been tasked with culling the beasts. This request comes direct from Stillglade Fane. When the wood whalers and the gods Quiver cannot spare the forces to attend to such matters, the conjurers often turn to us for help. And before you ask, there's good reason why they would rather not see to this particular task themselves. The creatures in question possess abilities which can cause problems for the magically inclined. But that's quite enough about conjurer troubles. Lucienne taught you how to discern an enemy's key traits, did she not? Well, now you need to do so while maintaining situational awareness, lest you be overrun. Consider this a comprehensive review of her lessons and my own. Your orders are as follow. Head out into the East Shroud, and there put down 8 tree slugs and 8 vultures. using all of the skills you've acquired thus far. Good hunting. Okay, so it seems to be a rule of 8 for the archery guild, huh? Given that every other class has been like, oh, go and kill like 4, go and kill 3, kill however many it takes to get this many of the items. It's like I'm over level. Who would have ever thought this could happen? The quest wants me to go to the north, but there's some that I can kill right here, so... Well, that was easy. Why am I running? I could have just teleported here. Judging by your smug expression, I'd say you've acquired a feel for maneuvering to exploit enemy weaknesses whilst covering your own. Vultures are wont to keep their opponents at wing's length, and their attacks will send you flying. The solution to this is simple: maneuver to the rear. Tree slugs, on the other hand, have an annoying knack of disrupting spellcasting with their secretions. As such, you would do well to keep the creatures away from any mages in your party. Needless to say, good positioning is the key to success in battle, which is why it is absolutely essential that you know your target's traits. The knowing of these traits is a fundamental part of hunting. Before the Keepers of the Moon conceived of archery, they dwelt not in the city, but the forest. For my people, hunting was a way of life. In hindsight, I suppose this was more of a lesson on hunting than on archery. Still, Lucienne knows well my past. Mayhap that was her intent. Hunting, too, is an art. Before I came to Gridania, I never gave it much thought, but the more I think of home, the more I begin to realise. Forgive me. I'm not given to fits of sentiment. Truly, forget I said anything. But do not forget what a hunter must recognise her prey's weakness, and strike swiftly when the opportunity presents itself. That concludes the lesson. Now, I suggest you pay Lucienne a visit. She's doubtless eager to hear from you. It's good to see you, Arthur. I hope you've learned much from Lee. You, adventurer, is it true? Are you the one who slew the tree slugs and vultures? Yes. How dare she entrust the security of our people to the hands of a stranger? I knew Makote were reckless, but she's downright irresponsible. Shame on her. Did I not warn you that it was folly to suffer that woman's presence in our guild, Lucian? Every time she wastes an arrow on game, she drags our noble art back into the darkness. Aye, and this girl too. She's an embarrassment to us all. That is quite enough, Silver. Your skill with the bow is undeniable, as is your love for our nation. Yet there is much and more you have yet to learn about archery. Arthur has matured greatly in the short time that she's been with us. You know this to be true. I suggest you come to terms with Arthur's presence here. You'll be giving her a next lesson after all. Unless, of course, you have any objections. Good? As for you, I would have you devote yourself wholly to training ahead of your lesson with Silver. Suffice it to say, he will not be an easy instructor to impress. On that, we can agree. Oh, okay, we're going to get a repelling shiver. Welcome back, After. I trust you've been keeping your nose to the grindstone? As I mentioned when last we spoke, you'll train under Silver's tutelage today. Put aside your misgivings and avail yourself of his wealth of experience. Go, present yourself before him. Hey, cunty chops. See, it was too much to hope that you would not return. The others believe that you have potential, but I'm not so easily convinced. Like so many adventurers, you have not the faintest inkling of what it means to be an archer. And how could you? Archery is the proud tradition of the Wildwood Ellison. The essence of this art to read one enemy has been instilled in us over centuries. In that time, we've defended this great nation against every imaginable foe, granting us insight which you will never possess. Can you recognize the subtle signs that betray a coming action? No. Can you accurately predict an opponent's movement? No. Can you glean your foe's intentions at a glance? No. And can such things be learned by one who knows nothing of our traditions? No. It is only out of respect for Lucian that I have agreed to teach you. Go to the East Shroud and seek out the targets hidden there. Do not presume this will be as easy as before. As I told you, the ability to read one's enemies is fundamental to archery, yet the trials set by my colleagues did not require you to do this. Mine will. The targets you seek have been hidden, and I do mean hidden, in the midst of a region rife with savage beasts. They will play the part of your enemies. In the unlikely event that you spy a target, your limited range will necessitate that you slip past its bestial guardians prior to taking aim. A feat I consider beyond you. Huh? Was that a frown? Mayhap you're thinking that the Makote set you a similar task. You are wrong. She asked merely that you consider where your foes are. I demand that you discern precisely where they will be. How, then, will you go about this? Observe them closely and discern their characteristics. Learn to read their movements and recognize patterns in their behavior. If it has eyes, let it not see you. If it has ears, let it not hear you. Be neither where it is nor where it means to be, and thereby pass unnoticed. But enough talk. Whether or not you heed my counsel is your decision. I will shed no tears should you fail. Well, aren't you just a charmer? So where does he... He wants me to go to East Shroud. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I can already see where some of these are. Wow, this is so difficult. I mean, bearing in mind that I am twice the level of this stuff around here, so they will not aggro to me. This is made considerably easier by that, yeah. Ah, there it is. Hidden behind a bush. Alright, you pointy-eared fuck. So you've returned. A passable performance for an adventurer, but the bare minimum for any archer. I carry with me generations of wildwood tradition. A tradition built upon the bones of the many outsiders who tried to take what is ours. It was my ancestors who first learned to conceal their presence and fight from the shadows, to hold the enemy at distance to protect the weak. All of it, everything was... This is a waste of time. You cannot understand. If you are so intent upon following in the footsteps of my people, I bid you go to the North Shroud. Ixorli's scouts have been sighted near the river west of Etat's Spire, and unless you are entirely ignorant of Gridanian history, I need not explain that this act of aggression is part of a centuries-old conflict. The minions do not matter. It is their leader, Nazul Katlan the Violator, who must fall. He commands the scouts and will be well guarded, yet he stands upon hostile ground, with birdmen and not walls for protection. If you are diligent and determined, you can slip through their defences and slay their leader. This is the art of the Gridanian archer. Embrace the wisdom I have bestowed upon you, and the fight will be short. If you see the deed done, adventurer, I will take it as proof of your commitment to us, and labour no more to drive you from the guild. Now go. Okay. Wait, that was the wrong quest. Yeah, it doesn't matter. North Shroud. Yeah. Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, okay. Here's where they are. Well, ha! I can't do big pulls. Oh, wait. Maybe I can. I am 7 levels higher. Oh no, whatever shall I do? I can hear Net making pancakes downstairs. It's pancake day today. Or Shrove Tuesday. We're not in any way religious. But Neff likes pancakes. Good a reason as any. Even now, I struggle to credit the sentry's reports. Yet here you are. A Nezul Catalan the Violator is no more. That a goddamned adventurer should be so... Only by the grace of Nymea herself could you have survived. But even though it was pure luck, I will keep my word after. Should you stay or should you go, I care not. You've completed the task and are no longer my responsibility. Go now to Lucienne. She would doubtless wish to lavish you with praise. Huh? Oh, you'll get no more from me. Off with you. I'm given to understand that you single-handedly drove off an Ixali scouting party, and that you did so with precision, and guile. Sorry, I have a slight lisp that comes out when I try and say precision after a long day at work. I mean archery. How exactly was that training, Lucienne? After just an adventure, Silver thrust her into the jaws of the enemy in the hopes that she wouldn't come back. And when against all expectation she did come back, the stubborn ass still refused to acknowledge her skill. Is that truly your impression? Well, yes! He said it was pure luck. Mere noise. Silver sees after skill. Of that I have no doubt. Did you not mark the way he covered his mouth when he uttered the words? It is a habit of his to do so on those occasions where his tongue and his heart are in disagreement. For all his skill at reading the idiosyncrasies of others, he has yet to recognize his own. Impressive work. You've applied yourself to Lee and Silver's lessons and demonstrated your command of the core concepts. You are now an archer in your own right. Allow me to teach you something to commemorate this accomplishment. Repelling shot is an advanced technique that enables an archer to evade attacks whilst continuing to fire upon her opponent. Used wisely, it can grant you a brief respite in the heat of battle. I have faith that, with regular practice, you will learn how best to employ it to your advantage. Remember your senior's lessons as you strive for true mastery. I can't get the shoes, which is annoying. I mean, I can't get the trousers, which is annoying. For some reason, these quests don't want to give trousers. They expect everyone to just run around Donald Ducking it. You come at a good time after. I have a task for you. A petition has arrived from the proprietor of Buscaron's Druthers, out in the South Shroud. The petitioner, Buscaron himself, has requested our assistance in dealing with a gang of poachers. I would have the three of you meet with him and investigate his claims. The three of us? You mean after myself and... It would be better if I went alone, Luciane. The Makote and the other one will only encumber me. No, Silver. We will go as three. Also, it's past time you recognized After as a fellow archer. I will not. I have held my tongue on the matter of her continued presence here, but I will bend no further. Who in the seven hells do you think you are, Bowlord Lewin? In case you've forgotten, you aren't even a quiverman anymore. That may be, but I have shed blood defending our borders. Unlike you, savage. Savage? You know nothing about me, you bigoted son of a... Enough! But one more word and you shall have cause to regret your petulance. The three of you will go to Buscaron's Druthers in the South Shroud. Now out of my sight. Sweet. So, South Shroud, Buscaron. Probably best to get there from Quarry Mill. And then this is the level 20. Okay. So, in fact, what level do you sell? Oh yeah, that'll work. Velveteen trousers. I have trousers. Whoever thought they would see the day that I would wear trousers. But no, that's good because it just means that the last of our main set is at least level 20 gear. Because that was still level 15. Ah, you lot must be from the Archers Guild. Welcome, friends. Now, as your guildmaster will have said, I put in a request for some keen-eyed archers to help me track down a gang of poachers that have been plaguing these parts. If I may, it is not uncommon to find poachers in this region. While regrettable, neither the gods Quiver nor the wood whalers deem them worthy of attention. Why then did you imagine them worthy of ours? Because there ain't no common poachers, they're Porwa Mujuk's gang. They say she and hers are always moving, staying one step ahead, but I reckon she's hiding out there somewhere. Thing is, I can't just send my people out searching. Made a pact with the Red Belly Bandits, see? We stay out of their territory and they don't make no trouble at the Druthers. That being so, if I summoned the massed ranks of the Whalers and the Quivermen, all 7 L's would break loose. Assuming they thought the matter worthy of their attention, of course. Needless to say, that's not an option. As luck would have it, though, I've got 3 keen-eyed archers to take care of things instead. And all without raising no alarms. We understand. You may leave the matter to us. Lee, after, split up and scour the area for any sign of the poachers. Should you discover anything, return here and wait. We will reconvene to compare our findings ere long. Go. Okay, there's something over here. A trap. So then where's the last thing? Is it up here? Oh, I should be careful. That's actually a aggressive hunt. Though I'm not far off unlocking hunts, at least not on my Kundra. The rest of the stuff hasn't exactly been hard to find, but I really can't see where this last thing is. Oh. An iron leg trap and a poacher's arrow. These are both evidence of illegal activity, but nothing that will help us find power. And these mead bottles are old refuse from before the Druthers was even built. They have no connection to the gang. What do you know of this power woman, Silver? I know that she is the most infamous poacher ever to walk the Twelveswood. A born leader, deadly with the bow, she formed her own gang of Makote hunters. She was apprehended once, and would have been brought to justice had she not tricked a foolish young sentry into releasing her, before vanishing without a trace. Is that so? In any case, we've scoured the area and found nothing. How do we know that this power was ever even seen here? I say we inform the gods Quiver and the Wood Whalers, taking care not to implicate Buscaron, and leave the rest to them. This doesn't concern the Archers Guild. It concerns Gridania Lee. Hawa Mujuk is a savage and utterly amoral poacher whose actions, however indirectly, threaten the city's well-being. But what would a vagrant like you know of duty to one's homeland? No more than she, I suspect. How dare you? And you, after, say something! Now's not the time for this. Stop being a cunt. Very well. We will return to the matter at hand. Mayhap we should take a second look at the clues we have gathered. Look all you want. Though the trap and the arrow we found suggest poaching, there's nothing remotely usable about them. What do you think we should examine? The arrow. What does its fletching and wood tell us? We know that this is a poacher's arrow. Beyond that, it tells us nothing. This trap is a common tool used for hunting beasts. Such devices do not distinguish between friend and foe, and have been the cause of much tragedy for both man and chocobo. Gridanian hunters would never stoop so low. Poachers, meanwhile, are wont to litter the forest floor with these accursed things. That said, I see nothing here that will lead us to power. Why are you still carrying that rubbish? I told you, those bottles predate the Druthers. They have no connection to this matter. But if these bottles are so old, why do they retain the scent of mead? They must surely have been opened recently. Wait, before the Calamity, Buscaron once served as a sentry. Yet even then, he sometimes spoke of owning his own tavern. It was an open secret that he was brewing his own private stock. If some survived... Of course, Buscaron's scar, his old lookout post. It may not be Power Mujik, but we must investigate at once. Okay. Fuck. These quests have felt very wordy. More so than the other ones that we've done so far. Any signs? Look, the ground is covered in Makote footprints. These tracks are fresh. Very fresh. I'll wager the bandits were alerted to our coming and fled. Else they're hiding near... Take cover! And there I was thinking we'd caught ourselves some of them meddling bloody masqueraders. Not that I'm complaining. Hiding your face is downright bloody rude when you ain't been introduced. Speaking of ill manners, don't you know it ain't decent to barge your way into a lady's bedchamber without knocking? You would lecture us on manners? Truly, I have heard it all. They have us outnumbered. We'd best split up. The leader's mine. I'll try to isolate her from her litter. Till there, after, the rest I leave to you two. As you will. We'll take them down faster if we work together. Mate, you've got AoEs. Watch their movements and dodge their attacks. Why the fuck would I bother doing that? I'm still at full health, mate. Look at you. You're the one that's been getting fucked up. I would think that I was the better archer. Was that the last of them? Have you seen Alpo? With me, then? Ooh. Tisk, that was a piss-poor showing, sister. And you call yourself a keeper. A hunter with no fangs ain't nothing but prey. No! Oh, bugger. Looks like playtime's over. Be seeing you, sister. Seven hells, they were at my old post, and they drank my old mead? That stings most of all. Well, 'tis past time the proper authorities were informed. I'll send messengers to the wood whalers and god's quivers. The red belly bandits won't like it one bit, but I'll see that they're told exactly who the military is after. I only hope it'll be enough. Of course, poor Mujuk's no fool. Now she knows she's been spotted, she'll break camp and be long gone by the time the next bell sounds. And the trail won't stay fresh long, neither. Anyway, you've done me a great kindness, friend. Tell Luciana I appreciate the help. I think once we're done with the Archer quest, that'll be where I call it for tonight. These have been very wordy, and to be fair, the only other thing that I could do would be the Lancer, but in order to do that, I'd need to level it up, which would probably mean either waiting to queue for a dungeon, which could take a while, or doing Palace of the Dead, which would also take a while. Welcome back, Arthur. Silver tells me that you encountered poor Mujuk. No Gridanian could fail to recognize that name. So oft has it been spoken, and with such bitterness. I fear we lack the strength to face her ourselves. This is a matter for the gods' quiver and wood whalers. That you confronted her and survived is a testament to your growing mastery of our art. Ah, and I was surprised to note that Lee and Silver were not at loggerheads upon their return. I presume we owe this unnatural state of affairs to your calming influence. No? Modest to the last. Truly, your every deed bespeaks a clarity of vision far beyond your years. I implore you to share that perspective with your peers and help them to grow into better, wiser archers. As you go forth and temper your skills in battle, know that we always look forward to your return. No shucks. Yeah, none of that is necessarily that great. Cool. Ah, after. I'd hoped you would come. You may be able to help. I'm concerned about Lee and Silver. They've shown signs of losing perspective and, well, mayhap it's best you see for yourself. I cannot help but feel that both would benefit from your counsel. Consider this a personal request. Is this is the level 25 one, yeah. I need to speak with Silver first. Huh? Oh, gods, did Luciane send you to pester me by any chance? This is hardly her concern, and it is most definitely not yours. You must know I've decided to leave the guild. I mean to track down Paul and Mujuk and finish what we started. The God's Quiver and Wood Whalers seem content to ignore our warnings, but I will not let her escape again. I already made that mistake once, and it cost me my place in the God's Quiver. I, the foolish young sentry of whom I once spoke, he was me. We had her. There was no escape, but then she began to wail about a wounded comrade, one who would surely die without her help. She looked me straight in the eye and begged, and I blinked. I failed to see through the most elementary ruse. I failed Gridania and the God's Quiver, and while that can never be forgiven, mayhap I can reclaim a measure of honor by stopping her. But a wanderer like you would not understand what it means to betray your people. Worry not. I do not intend to leave just yet. I'll continue to gather information until I'm certain of Mujuk's whereabouts. Make no mistake, though. It is only a matter of time. Now run along, will you? Oh, and if you're so concerned about your fellow guildmates, you should attend to that moping Makote. The sight of her shuffling around while staring at her feet is bad for morale. Not that it matters to me. Oh, it's you. Tell me after. Do you ever think about home? Do you ever wish you could go back? Mine was just another poor village in the Twelveswood. Fields were more stone than soil, and merchants hardly ever bothered to visit. We didn't have a lot, but we didn't need it. And then the calamity came. I remember running, and the screams. It was so loud. So unbearably loud. And then I was here, in a strange city, surrounded by more people than I'd ever seen, and I didn't know any of them. But I knew how to hunt, and I was always good at hunting, and the guild gave me a place to get better. At least I thought I'd gotten better. Poor Muju, she was so much more. I've been thinking after that maybe this is a sign. Maybe Silvera is right, and this guild, this city, is no place for an outsider like me. And so I've decided to leave. I'm glad to have known you, even if it was only for a short while. Forgive me if this is too selfish a request, but before I go, I'd like to meet with you one last time. Alone, in the South Shroud. These Gridanians wouldn't understand. Okay. It was further away than I thought it was. No, don't hurt her. And there I was, thinking you mightn't accept my kind invitation. I don't recall inviting her, though. 'Tis rude to presume, missy, and I do so hate rudeness. Wait, it's not her fault, it's mine. I invited her. She's a member of the Archers Guild like me, and she's not Gridanian. I do begin to recall her face. I knows how to hold a bow, that one. Well, she ain't the typical recruit, but I reckon I might be willing to make an exception. No, it's not like that. I wanted to say goodbye. Ever since I met Paula, I've been at a loss. But I realise now that my place isn't at the guild with the Gridanians. They'll never accept me. This is where I belong, with my people, carrying on our traditions. Our archery, not Gridania's. It's all I have left, so I'm going with Paula. Maybe you don't understand now, but just promise me you won't tell Luciane or Silver. The hells I won't. After! I had a feeling she might be harbouring a few niggling objections. Worry not, sister. Put an arrow in her. No! Ain't no love lost twixt ye and the guild, is there? Then what's the problem with feathering a bloody venturer? No bugger'll miss her. I'll miss her, all right, so just stop. Dear me, and I had such high hopes for you, Miss Aliopo. Waste of bloody time. A keeper what's lost her nerves about as much use to me as a glass bow. But there's no sport in killing captured prey. Ugh. Better not see neither of ye again, because if I do, I'll show you what happens to prey what's daft enough to get caught twice. Away, sisters, away! How do you do it, After? How do you live in this place with these people? And why do you even bother? What have they ever given you besides scorn? Well, what do you see in them? Even though you joined the guild after I did, you've come so far, so quickly. Maybe you've even surpassed me. I have to know how you've done it. I have to know what it is that I'm doing wrong. There's only one way I can think of to find out. Meet me at the Bannock. Okay. Am I gonna have to beat up a cat girl now? I've already beaten up an old man today, so, you know. Shall we begin, After? Then defend yourself. Show me what these people have taught you. Okay, yeah, I'm beating up a cat girl. Why is there all of a sudden Falcon? How come you've got birds helping you? One less cat girl out in the wild. It's so simple. You've opened your eyes and looked beyond your master's fault. You've accepted their teachings and taken them to heart. Even Silver, for all his bigotry, wishes only to preserve his traditions. I lost sight of everyone else's struggle and became obsessed with my own. I was so afraid to let go of my cherished notion of archery, my family's notion, and learn another way. I didn't want to betray them or dishonor their memory. But I have a family here too. A family that sees the wider world and is willing to show me how blinkered I have become. As archers, we train our eyes and minds to be unforgiving, to defy any attempt at concealment and discern the naked truth. It's little wonder that I've neglected to look inside myself until now. Though unquestionably worthwhile, I found the experience rather, excruciating. Thank you. I know now that I belong at the guild, together with you and Luciane. And yes, even that bloody Wildwood. God's help me, I think I might actually miss him. Welcome home. You need not say a word. One look at Lee's eyes was enough. Thank you for returning her to us. When we focus on a single goal and pursue it with passion and fervour, it becomes easy to lose sight of what else lies before us. With your skill and vision, you can help your fellow archers to look beyond themselves and remember their comrades. I hope I can count on your support in the future. Maybe. Wind bite. Oh, okay, so I'm going to get another damage over time. Nice. Thank the gods you've come after. Perhaps you can talk some sense into this stubborn fool. Calm yourself, Silver. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder for... There is no time, Lucian. Pollock would be long gone before their forces had even assembled. Alone, I can move more swiftly. Take these poachers by surprise and force them to divulge her location. We understand how you feel, Silver, but this is too reckless. At least permit Arthur and me to accompany you. You, the adventurer and the savage, you do not, you cannot understand. Silver! But I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home. To want more than anything to protect it, and to be consumed by guilt when you cannot see what you're going through, Silver, and I understand. This guild taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, Silver, open yours. You have friends here, ready to fight. You have us. I have never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favour by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I imagined. Come, to the South Shroud. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad that this is the oh wait, I can't get around that way. I'm glad that this is the last quest. Oh wait, no, I can. There's a bridge. You're not necessarily looking too hot. Well, this is unfortunate. You're there. Lee? After? I told you not to follow me. I neither need nor want... Don't take me for a fool. You cannot conceal the truth from this archer's eye. After. The others are almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect Silver. Out the healer. Oh, I should probably heal myself, huh? I told you I do not need or want your assistance. Quite why you've deluded yourself into thinking you're the one who's deluded. Thinking you could deceive us when even a blind man could see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail, discern your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned these things from Lucianne, and from you. I'll be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gridania and Wildwood archery. So much that I need you to teach me. Suppose fixing your form is the least I can do. Why, you... Horwa's gang is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers throughout the Twelveswood use bone whistles like this one to communicate. With it, I believe we can lure Power out of hiding, assuming she's not moved on. So that's why you came to Taker's Rock. For this gang's whistle. After, if you're determined to help me, I have a task for you. Power was last seen near Isum Har. To the east of the camp, through a hollow tree trunk, is a clearing where two streams meet, and Efts are wont to congregate. We will lay our trap there, and you will be the bait. Do not fear. I swear on my honour as Gridanian archer that no harm will come to you. Okay. Okay, I can't do much other than run to this one, so. Hopefully, by the time that we do the next stream, I will have gotten my Conjurer up to level 50 so that we can unlock the hunt. And once we've unlocked that, I can try and farm allied seals, isn't it? For that one. Allied seals, which I should then be able to buy the riding maps for the A Realm Reborn zones. Make me speedy quick. Well, hi. Bollocks. I knew I should have trusted my gut. Some blokes just can't take a hint. I do hope you'll forgive my forwardness, madam. No, no, sir, 'tis most flattering. Wouldn't ye agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant Wildwood admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their efforts? I hope you like it rough, darling. feel like I barely ever get the straight shot. Do you mind just going down? Thank you. And I thought you only had eyes for me. Jesus. I can't. I won't. Now let's finish up the Archer class quests. Yeah. I'm relieved to see you again. Had the three of you not been united in your purpose, poor Mujuk would still be free. One or more of you would surely be dead. I'm so proud of you. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you've also helped your guildmates regain the perspective that they had lost. For showing such compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique, Wind Bite. With Wind Bite, you can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents, and they will suffer on long after you've knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I'm certain. All archers walk the same path, towards improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. Yet we all grow weary and lose direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt but that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes. They will never lead you astray. Yeah. Thanks. I hate it. So, with that, we have all of the Marauder quests, all of the Conjurer quests, all of the Pugilist, and all of the Archer. So we've done the 3 main classes that I intended to do, as well as an extra one. And we're not far off needing to do it for the Lancer. And by the time that, you know, given that there's going to be an extra day between this stream and next compared to last stream and this one, we'll probably have Lancer, Rogue, Arcanist, and Thaumaturge up. I'm going to try and get all of them up, which would include Gladiator as well, but we'll see how far we get. Worst case scenario, I will do more class quests on Thursday. But then if we only do like another 2 class quests, because we're about doing 2 per one of these like after work streams, then we'll probably do Lancer and I don't know which other one we'll do yet, but we'll probably do Lancer and one of the other ones. And then I will save the other class quests. So we'll go into the MSQ on Saturday and Sunday, and then the next week we'll come back and we'll do more class quests in the midweek streams. For now, whilst we can keep that kind of pattern going, where midweek is classes and class leveling, I think that's probably going to be the way that I do it, and then weekends can be MSQ. I'm probably not going to do any of the Crafter or Gatherer quests until I'm level 50 in them. But at that point, that's a lot of class quests. But to be fair, I mean, the Gatherer ones tend to take a little bit longer, but I can always prep for them by having the stuff to turn them in already. So that actually shouldn't be that bad unless it forces me to have to gather it whilst I have the quest active. And the ones for the Disciples of the Hand, I can make sure that I have the stuff crafted beforehand. So actually, no, it shouldn't. It'll take a little bit more planning, but it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a couple of days. Yeah, have a good one. Later.